Breaking news, my wonderful people. Governor Yesom Wike has put some things in place in Rivers State, banning anybody going on the streets on any form of open campaign whatsoever. Says it will not be allowed in Rivers State. It says there are only designated places in rivers that can be used as campaign arena or places. If you do it on the streets, if you do it just anywhere, you will be fined, you will be in contempt of the law, and you'll be held in custody. Governor Yesom Wike banned use of residential areas in Rivers State for any form of, rally as the elections draws closer. This is after what happened in Edo State where the governor of the state, Godwin Obaseki, refused to give the stadium. And guess what? Edo State shows that, obedience in the air, and everywhere was filled. The whole state was filled with obedience. It's as if it was not just human being, as if spirits joined the campaign. People could hardly go to the market. People could hardly go from one point to the other as it took all over the state. Now, Governor Wike is putting a law in Rivers State. Let's get all the details. 2023 elections, Governor Yesom Wike banned use of residential areas in Rivers State for political campaign. Governor Yesom Wike issued restriction order in the executive order RVSG 22 is signed, which comes into effect on Friday, where he prohibits the use of premises, buildings, and structures in residential areas as campaign offices. The Rivers State Governor Yesom Wike has banned politicians and political parties from using residential area in urban and rural community as campaign offices and grounds. Governor Yesom Wike ordered the restrictions in the executive order RVSG 22 he signed and which will come into effect on Friday, which now prohibit the use of premises, building structures in residential area as campaign offices. The order was made in a press statement made available to newsmen in Port Harcourt, the state capital, on Tuesday by the State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Chris Feinborn. Feinborn stated that the executive order also prohibits the posting of bills or posters or any other materials in an unauthorized place. According to the statement, while signing the executive order, Governor Yesom Wike condemned the defacement of expensive public property, particularly in the state capital, with handbills, banners, posters, all sorts of unauthorized materials posted on the walls and bodies of public properties. Any political party or association or body or persons, however, called or described that wishes to use any premises, building structures in a residential area in the area of Rivers State as campaign office must obtain permission from the Rivers State Commissioner for Urban and Physical Planning. The Executive Order 22 also prescribe. The Commissioner for Information and Communication further stated that the executive order is a legal institution and enforcement forces and political bodies to fulfill certain conditions before embarking on campaign in various parts of the state. So this is what is happening right now. Every one of us must become aware. We must all stand up to it and do not allow the same thing over and over again. Yesom Wike is now saying that people cannot go ahead and campaign in wherever place of choice they choose or they deem fit just because they want to campaign. It is not allowed, and he has signed it as an executive order. Anyone found just campaigning just anywhere without taking permission from the right requested quarters in the state will be in contempt of the law. So there are all kinds of issues and matters ongoing right now, currently today, that every one of us must continue to work at and ensure that at the end of the day, we do everything humanly speaking possible. We bring this nation out of the current predicament and we bring Nigeria to where it ought to be. Okay, so it's high time we rise up to the occasion. It's high time we do all that is needed and necessary. Let's bring Nigeria to where it ought to be. Let's bring Nigeria to the desired position, and let's get this country right on track. Put this nation, in the right perspective. Let's get everything, right and ready, and let's begin to move as a people, as a nation. Let's do all we can, humanly speaking, possible, to ensure that we do not remain in the same position and in the same place. Everything happening now have come to show to us that as a nation, as a people, we are all working at it. And everybody knows, okay, that there is something seriously not right going on in this country and in this nation today. There is something seriously not right. So if politicians, when they do things, to a large extent, most of them are looking at things that will work for them. Okay, it could be many reasons for which Wike is putting this law in place. There could be, we see, 1,000,001 reason. Okay, it could be any of the reasons. It could be because of what happened in Edo State. It could be because of Atiku. Remember, the reef is not really yet settled. It could be anything. Okay, so we just give it a blank check, and we just, wait patiently to see what will happen and what will follow. Okay, so this is why every one of us with one accord must continue to ensure that the right things are done decently and in order. Okay, the right things are done decently and in order, and we get this nation right on track where it ought to be. If you see this nation, back in the days where people were coming from the UK to come and work in this nation because the naira was good, all of a sudden, politicians came in being, and before you could say Jack Robinson, they spoiled the whole thing. People started amassing wealth for themselves rather than creating a nation, an enabling environment. They took things out of the way and they destroyed things in no small way. Today we are stuck. Today we are stuck. Our people are looking for ways to travel. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate, really. And that's why every one of us, we must be honestly prepared and assure that we are doing everything we can, humanly speaking, possible to get Nigeria to where she ought to be. The days upon us have come to show to us that every one of us must rise up. Remember, you have a voice. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us is bye for now. Bye-bye.